Hey, it's Debbie with I'd Rather Be Camping, and we're going to be starting another project because we live in California and we're still locked down and trying to find things to do, and we figured get some things done while we're locked down because we'd rather be camping. So I was going to share that with you and give you the before of my bedroom set. I'm going to be painting and using gel stain. I'm going to attempt on the top. I want more of a farm style look, and you can show them on this. It has that, again, orange tint, and this is not real wood. This is that, is it MDF?
Yes,
yeah.
Composite.
Yeah, so it's been, I don't know what they use to make it look stained, but so this is going to be done white, and I want to do a gel stain on the top here along with the nightstands, and adds Chester drawers over here. And I have new bedding coming, and I'm hoping
fix these little pieces here.
A new bedding set. I want to do a metal headboard and inboard. Hoping to get a TV up on this wall, and just some new decor. Okay, here's some of the things we're going to be using. I've been watching a lot of video, and everybody's saying that this dries really, really hard, and it's actually taken the place of oil paint, base oil paint.
Yeah. This urethane alkyd is the secret ingredient, I believe.
And so from all the videos I've watched.
But it is water-based cleanup.
Right, it's not like, yeah, oil. But this is what everybody's saying to use on your, what do you want to say, fake wood, laminate, MDF, because it has a shellac base. So I will be doing that on it. This is just cleanup because of this right here. And
this is water, this is
yeah. And then, of course, your crud cutter. I have the rollers, and to do the gel top, I'm going to use sponge brushes. And that's where we're going to be headed over to Home Depot to pick up.
And this also is supposed to level real nice because it takes so long to dry. Right. It's supposed to level out.
Now, we've never used this before. We've used bare paint, but we have never used this before. So if it works out, we do want to redo our kitchen cabinets, which is already white, but I want to redo them because they're really getting scuffed up. The paint we used was not the right paint, so that ought to be another fun project. But we'll get back to you. Okay, I brought this, actually my husband brought this out, the Chester drawers, and I'm going to just start by sanding it, and hopefully this holds up because it's been not sticking very good on there. I think it's time to get a new one. But I'm just going to sand this down. Like I said, it is fake wood. I think it's MDF. And I'm going to start by sanding this all down. I already did the nightstands. They came out pretty good. So we brought this out today. I'll turn this around. And I have the hardware to take off the drawers, and I will sand all those. I'm going to paint the hardware oil rub bronze. I was going to get new, but I think I'm just going to paint that. So that's what I'm going to start on now. And to work, I can't over sand it. I think all of it pretty much looks like MDF other than some of the framing. So I'll start and see where this goes. The nightstands came out really good, and I'll show you the process with this one, and then I have my dresser to do. But that's what I am going to be doing. will show you too. I shouldn't have sanded it before I showed you, but this does have some nicks on it, and I'm just gonna lightly sand those smooth, because like I said, it is MDF, but that way it'll come out good. And then what I'll do after I sand is I'll clean it with that crud cutter before I put my primer on it. So back to sanding. Okay, it only needs a little sanding, but I'll give you a close-up. That is all I'm going to do. I'm going to be wiping all the dust off of it, and then I'll be using the crud cutter on it. Just using an old t-shirt. I'm just going to wipe this all off. Sorry about all of the traffic noise behind us. We live, our backyard is right on a busy street. Now I'm going to go in with this crud cutter. Thought someone was coming out. It is, I think it's the Removes Goo Gum Grease and More. That they have different crud cutters, but this is the one I've seen most people using, so I went with it. That's what it is, just to give it a good clean up. Don't want to do all this work and then not come out right. This is just a dollar store little fiber, microfiber rag, and that's what I'm using. Okay, all I'm doing is removing the hardware now, and get yourself a freezer bag, keep all your stuff in, and get you one of these. They're pretty awesome. Some of these have been, oops, not going so well, but and this would be one of them. There it is. And when all I do is pop the screw out with, you know, a little punch or something, and I put them all in the bag, keep them all together. That way, when it's time, because I'm going to paint all of these with oil rub-ons, and I'm beating my hair, and that way, when I'm ready to paint, I'll have all these together. So once I get the hardware off, I'll start sanding these, clean it with the crud cutter, and then I'm going to be moving in to our sunroom to put the first coat of primer. Now I only used one coat of primer on the nightstands, and they came out fine, so that was pretty cool. Alright, I wanted to come in here and show you how thin this primer that we use with the shellac. So don't be alarmed when you see it's really, really thin. But make sure you stir it up really good. Like I said, I only put one coat of this on the other one. I just use this little chip brush, and this is how it's going on. That's,
You can see through it, but it lays down really flat.
yeah, it will lay down really good. This, I shouldn't have got any on. That is going to be the walnut color.
Top coat.
Mm-hmm. And these cracks, grooves, whatever you want to call them, like I said, I did the nightstands. They're a pain in the butt. It's hard to get your paint in there, so I just put a lot and let it run down. Got to be careful. But yeah, I only used one coat, and it dries. It's pretty it really helps that paint to stick on. Those little holes were in this, I guess is part of it.
Simulate real wood.
But it is not. This is, probably should get me a new chip brush. They're so cheap. This has already been used on 2 pieces of the furniture. But that's all you do. You just, I don't know if you need to put 2 coats on whatever you're working with, but mine turned out just fine with the 1 coat. And I think, if I remember right, this primer for a quart is about $17. Wasn't it, Ed? I think
Yeah.
so. And it will do, it's done the 2 nightstands, and it'll do this chest of drawer, and I'm sure, you could see how much is left in there. I'm sure it's going to do my dresser too. I hope.
I think you'll have plenty.
Guess we'll find out. Okay, all right, here's what it looks like with 1 coat of that primer on it. And I did do the drawers. I stuffed one of them under there. This is our sunroom. The sun is starting to go down, so it's the lighting in here, not the best, but I'll give you a close-up. That's what it looks like, and that's all I do is the 1 coat on it. You can, I'm sure that looks like it's picking it up, but I will let that dry, and then I will put my first coat of paint on, and now after that I will let it dry for 24 hours before I do another coat. I don't know if you have to wait that long. I might go a half day. It depends. But this is what I got left. Totally, it is under half. I'm hoping I have enough to do the long dresser. I may not have enough to do if I didn't have to do the tops. Like I said, the top, I am going to be doing that walnut gel stain. But that's what it's looking like so far. I don't know, that might be it for the day. See, because of the lighting in here gets so bad, but all right. Okay, it's the next day. I never did come back and paint. You know, life happens, dinner happens. But anyway, so I'm going to start putting the paint on. I'm going to start up here. I'm going to probably use the roller and the brush both. And I'll be glad to get this piece done, and then I'll have the dresser. Hate these grooves, like I said, but what I'll do is just, this will be 1 coat, and I think what I did on the nightstands is I actually let them dry all night. Uh-oh, let me get my rag, because this here is going to be the gel stain. But I'll put the one coat on, and then I'll probably let it dry all night. And come back tomorrow for the final coat, because it'll take just 2 coats of paint. That's what takes this a while to do, is because of the drying time. I just want to make sure the first part is done and nice and dry before I go in with the second coat. When you're doing this kind of painting, you just make sure you go back and check for any runs that might be, well, running. So you can get them before they dry on, and that way you don't have to sand it back off to get it right. But this is the little detail. I'll get the legs last, I always do. It's coming along. The other dresser I'm going to be doing, I think, has like 9 drawers, maybe 10. It has some big ones and little ones, so. But it's coming along. I just go back and make sure, see, like right here, there's a little run. So you want to make sure you get those. You actually don't even have to do this part in here. I don't know why I started doing that. But, all right, it's coming along. Now we're going to start on these drawers. And then I just stack them up over there. That's where they will be drying. I'm going to roll this on, and then I go back over it using my brush to make sure it's all nice in there. This is my Ed lift. So that way I can get all under here real good. It's okay. It shouldn't take.
I'm a lift and lean.
It shouldn't take too long. Hey, whatever works, right? Just make sure you watch for those runs. Okay, it's been about 2 hours, and it is definitely dry to the touch. On some of the videos I watched of other people, or I should say reviews, they said that it stays sticky, but so far I haven't had any of that issue. I would definitely wait until tomorrow to put the second coat on. I'll probably just lightly sand it and do that. The drawers are over here drying, and meanwhile I'm going to go and clean up the hardware and spray paint those oil rub runs. Here's the gel stain. I wish I'd have showed you before I stirred it up, but too late now, right? But when you open it up, it's going to be really, really thick, and you just stir it up. And
Until it's smooth.
Yeah, until it's really smooth. It's just a kind of a creamy, but that's what it looks like. Ed's getting ready to do the top. We've already got one coat on. I should have recorded the first coat, but it's very easy to apply.
You should stir in between. Never let it get chunky in there and then try to use it. Okay, and what I do is I take long...
Ooh, let me get over here because the sun is not helping here.
I put quite a bit on my brush and start.
Brushes in sponge brush.
Yes, it's sponge
is what
brush.
we use.
Put it on fairly thick. And then you just go
And spread it out.
completely across. Don't leave any clumps. You can always put a third coat if you need to.
This is a tall chest of drawers, so this is as far as my arms reach.
Just try to get it on even. And don't mess with it too much because it sets up pretty quick.
On the next piece, maybe before we put even the, I'll get a video of the first coat so you can see
we have
the
one more.
difference. Yeah, that would be nicer.
One more piece to go.
All right, here we are. We're getting ready to start on this. It's not going to matter that it has a little of this oops on it. But this is what it looks like after being cleaned and sanded down. This stuff works very well on something. I think this is MDF, if I'm not mistaken.
Fake wood.
Fake wood. But this stuff is very thick. I'm not sure if I already showed this, but when you do get it, just stir it up really, really good.
So it's smooth, no clumps.
This is, I probably already said this, the walnut color. This already has the 2 coats of paint on the dresser. So yes, we're almost done. I'm kind of ready to be done.
This is the 4th piece.
Yeah. So the nightstands and the chest of drawers are done. So this will be, but this stuff, I will tell you, takes a long time to dry. I will put this first coat on. I don't know if I'll need a second coat. If I do, I won't be able to do it until tomorrow. All right. It says, I think it says to use a high quality brush. Here's mine. It's actually a cheap sponge brush, but I've had good luck with putting it on.
They work pretty well.
Yeah, so I'll show you what this is what it looks like. Ed, can you get up close? You just wipe it on, or brush it on, I'm sorry.
And leave it. You can't mess with it too much.
Yeah, it says, you know, you can wipe some off. I don't understand.
I think that would be on raw wood,
Yeah.
where you could wipe it off if you want a lighter. But since we're covering this fake wood,
Yeah,
you just leave it on thick.
Well,
Not real thick,
Yeah,
but
you want it to make it look like it has that.
a little bit of wood grain.
Yeah. Otherwise, on our Chester top, I think we did too much.
I did it too thick.
Yeah, and I think it looks more just brown. But if you put it on like this, you're gonna get, I don't know, can you show them, Ed?
Yeah, you can see it. A
You'll
nice
have that
kind of a wood grain look.
On your fake wood. But this is how I do it. Not that it's just how I do it. It could be even the wrong way, but it's working out. I'm getting the look I want.
Well, that's the main thing.
Yeah, so it is a really good,
Durable.
yes.
Sticks really well.
Yeah.
Or should I say it adheres to the fake wood very well. Sticks good.
But like I said, it takes a good 8 hours, if not. And it's, we're out in our, what we call a sunroom, which drastically is going to get a makeover. So it's, well, we did turn on the heater for a little bit. So what I'm saying here is it's not going to be in a warm environment to dry. This will probably take the rest of the day, maybe even overnight to dry before I can come back and see if I need to do anything. And then
And see how it covers right over the white.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't too.
It's a pretty dominant color.
Yeah, and this comes in different colors.
Oh yeah, you
When
can
you're
get it
done,
light.
or when I'm done, I will be putting this protective coat over it. I won't be doing everything, just the top. Prevent, you know, getting any scratches or anything on it. It will surely help. But that's what I'm going to do. We'll come back and show you what it looks like. I will use this little brush just to go around this lip area, this side. But that's how you do it. That's how we do it anyway.
Okay, this is the first coat. What I wanted to show you was this little area right here. If you do get an area like that, don't go over it like I did, because what happens is this had already set up and it just kind of makes it worse. So just wait until it's completely dry, and when you do that second coat, which I will be doing, it will fix it. So those little, you know, just wait. Don't, you know, like I didn't. I wasn't very patient. But so this is the first coat. I will probably do a second coat to kind of just even it out. So now we wait.
What I'm doing here is I'm fixing these. These have a single slide in the center, and then they have
What do you want me to show them?
They have
Maybe
a
hold that
single
up.
slide here in the center. Has a plastic piece that goes over the slide on the Chester drawers.
I can show them that. I'll
That
walk over
breaks.
here. This fine quality material.
Yes.
This right here, Ed?
Yes.
Let me get out of the light. It's dark out and it's, I don't know if I can get, there it is. So what it slides over this rail
Yeah.
right here. Okay. Mine our messy
This
room we're working
rail
in.
Slides on top of the other rail, and it has this plastic piece that keeps it from popping up.
Which there's a few of them broke.
There's a few of them broke, but I found these at Lowe's. They're not exactly the same, but if you cut the little tips off just a little bit
Make them work.
right here, you just snip these little tips off and they'll slide in there.
As far as the size that we're
Right.
working with, them kind
They
of
have
different.
3 or 4 different sizes,
Right, and-
which is the opening of your slider.
And none of them really fit what ours was.
Yeah.
And then what else are you doing?
This cutting board
Chopping
chopping
mat.
mat from the dollar store, because these are sliding on.
You can, I'm gonna see if I can pick this up where it's kind of chewing up the wood, right there.
It's
Yeah.
sliding on wood and a little plastic piece.
And it's
So what I'm gonna do is I cut that
chopping mat.
chopping mat up, and I'll place this here and nail it in a couple of places. And that'll give it something slick to run on.
Trying to get this here. Yeah. That's all.
And that'll keep it from chewing the wood
And
up
it'll open and close.
a lot
a lot.
smoother.
Yeah. Okay, here it is. We're finally done, and I know it's a couple months later. It did not take that long, but life just happened, and we just got busy. But anyway, here's how they turned out. I really like it. They're completely done. I tried to stage some of this stuff, but yeah, this is how it turned out. It's really pretty. It's been durable so far, but of course it's not going to be like, you know, kitchen cabinets. We did this dresser and both of these nightstands, and then over there the other nightstand, and it did Edward's Chester drawers right here. So looks so different. And then here's the bench that we decided to go ahead and build and make it match, and we did use the same paint on it, but none of the gel stain on top. I mean, obviously, because we did this, and I used the hardware, which is what are these called? Corner brackets?
Corner brackets, yeah.
They were silver or chrome, whatever you want to call it. We spray painted them. This is a bed I got off. The headboard and inboard I got off Amazon, like cheap, like 140 bucks. It's a queen size. It was really short, but to order the taller one, it was like $450, and Ed just did a little extension there so it could bring it up. But that's how this, I really love the white with the dark walnut. It really, boy, did it change things up in here. That same can of paint, we still have a lot left, which we did all of this stuff, and we did do a round dining room table with the 4 chairs that we did after this, just a week or so. We're always doing projects, but that's done too with the same thing, except we did use a different color gel stain for in the formal dining, I guess you call it. We have a great room and we're putting it at one end of it. But yeah, I just wanted to show you how it came out and fixed the drawers. They've all been fixed. Slides really good, and I'm really excited this is done. I want to kind of do a video on when I get the bedroom done, because I want to put some shelves up over here. And then I want to put some on either side of this TV. Not too much to go and make a throw and stuff, but that's how it came out. I hope if you were looking for something, this video helps you. All right, this is Ed and Debbie with I'd Rather Be Camping. Thanks again.